If you've ever watched a hockey game or had the chance to speak with a hockey player after the ice, off the ice, you might notice something particular. Hockey players, perhaps more than any other athlete in many other sports, are renowned for their relentless self-criticism and high standards. But why is that? Why are we so hard on ourselves? And more importantly, what can be done to fight this self-imposed and self-inflicted pressure that we put on ourselves? Well, I'm Coach Corey, your mental skills coach, and today we're going to understand why. That's number one, understanding our why. To begin, let's explore why hockey players tend to be so hard on themselves. We beat ourselves up. We got a ton of thoughts. It never ends. The ruminating, the tick, 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 tick in our brain, the worry, the fret. It's important to understand that this isn't a weakness, athletes, but rather a consequence of this highly competitive sport. So it's the byproduct of this sport. We play this, we enter it, these things tend to happen. So here are 3 reasons why we beat ourselves up. Number 1, team dependency. So hockey's a team sport, as you know. It requires a lot of cohesion with everybody working together, gelling. And when one player makes a mistake, they often feel like they've let the whole team down. You make a mistake, you come back to the bench, you're looking around like, uh-oh, your head's buried. You may slam the gate or smash your stick, but you're feeling really embarrassed because everyone's looking at you. You've let your teammates down. The team aspect really amplifies and really dials up the amount of pressure that you feel and the amount of pressure to perform as well. Number 2, that constant evaluation is always there. So unlike other sports, hockey offers very little downtime for self-reflection during the game. Like, you just have to keep playing. It's so fast. Players are consistently in the spotlight. You're evaluated by your coaches, who's in the stands, your teammates, and any mistake, no matter how small it is, seems huge. And number 3, we live in a results-centered society where everyone really wants performance and outcomes. Hockey is so deeply ingrained in the culture of performance. Hockey has a deeply ingrained culture of performance and accountability. This kind of leads players to set unrealistically high goals, right? We set standards that are way out of our scope. We don't hit them, and we start to judge ourselves as we fall short. So those are 3 reasons why we beat ourselves up, why we're so tough on ourselves. And now I'm going to give you some things that hockey players can do to combat these tendencies so that we're not so hard on ourselves. Let's explore 3 actionable tips. Here we go. Number 1, embrace the learning mindset. Again, we talk about acceptance a lot. You have to understand that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. We need to encourage you to view every game as a little opportunity to learn and grow. Learn and grow. That's all we're doing here, athletes, learning and growing every single time you're on the ice. Instead of dwelling on mistakes, let's focus on what can be gained from that experience. When players shift their mindset from self-criticism to curiosity, they're much more likely to improve. And I see this on the bench as a coach. The athletes that are willing to learn and embrace that learning mindset, they're the ones that are turning around and conversing and talking with their coaches. Hey, what did I do wrong there? What could I do better next time? Or how do I stop that? I had one athlete ask me that. There's great ways to engage in that dialogue. Embrace that learning mindset. Number 2, we also need to set realistic goals. This is huge, hockey players. We have to be able to accurately assess our goals and set realistic goals. I really encourage you to set things that are achievable and in small increments, baby steps, so that you can reach them, right? Break the season down into smaller segments. A big problem with goal setting is called middle problem, where you get really motivated. You're motivated and disciplined the first half of your goal. You're really motivated the first part of your goal. You're motivated at the end because you see the light at the end of the tunnel, but in the middle, that's when it dips, or most times we quit. So if you're setting realistic goals and you break them into smaller chunks, they're more attainable. They don't seem as daunting and overwhelming. And lastly, give yourself some self-compassion. We are already hard enough on ourselves, okay? Practice self-care. Give yourself permission. Tell yourself you're okay. Show yourself some love, okay? I encourage you players to stay in the present moment, accept all the mistakes and all the blunders and all the goofs that you have and will make. Go easy on the judgments. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, and that will reduce, the intensity of how hard you're judging yourself. Remember, it's not about eliminating all of this self-criticism entirely. It's about finding a healthier balance that allows you players to thrive both on and off the ice. Well, that does it for this episode. Thanks for joining. If you found this audio clip helpful, be sure to subscribe or, leave a comment. And if you have any questions about any of the lessons that we're doing, please explore future episodes. Feel free to reach out at any time. That's why I'm doing this. Love this stuff. Can't wait to see and hear from you kids again. We'll talk soon. Until next time, remember that your mental game is just as important as your physical skills. So keep working on both.